of the national champions of our Las Vegas convention. Be sure to register at makewealthrealevents.com. Makewealthrealevents.com. Get yourself registered. Time is coming up to a close, and you want to be sure that you are in the place because that is going to be an exciting event. Get yourself registered. Guys, I tell you, we're excited. Welcome back. Welcome back. We had a couple of Thursdays off, but I tell you what, it was because of our promotion for our Double the Money, Double the Fun, and excitement of an opportunity of a lifetime that has been offered through MWR Financial. So you certainly want to be sure that you are in the place for that, and it has been extended through the 15th of July. So you certainly want to be sure that you are in the place to be, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who we have out there on the platform with us tonight, because we are excited, guys, to be back in talking about this education. Be sure to grab yourself a pen and a pad. Take copious notes so the information is getting ready to be delivered. We got Durham, North Carolina. Welcome to the platform. Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the platform. Tallahassee, Florida. Welcome to the platform. Tampa, Florida. Welcome to the platform. We got New York. Welcome to the platform. Philadelphia. Welcome to the platform. Columbus, Georgia. Welcome to the platform. Arkansas. Welcome to the platform. Texas. Welcome to the platform. We got Georgia in the house. Welcome to the platform. Michigan, welcome to the platform. California, welcome to the platform. Michigan, welcome to the platform. Conyers, Georgia, welcome to the platform. Dallas, Texas, welcome to the platform. Chiming in from all over the country, folks. Oklahoma, welcome to the platform. Maryland, welcome to the platform. Who else do we have out there? Wake Forest, North Carolina, welcome to the platform. Guys, I tell you what, we are excited, and I hope you are. Take these last few moments and make sure to get your teams in on this information tonight. Grab that pen, grab that pad. You're going to want to know how you can take advantage of such a phenomenal opportunity to increase your cash flow as what we do. But this is not about me tonight. Let's go ahead on and bring the person who is here to explain this information. This gentleman here has a wealth of knowledge. He is part of our Multiply the Cash Flow division. No other than our DCA expert, Mr. Ike Manello. Mr. Manello, are you there?
Absolutely. Thank you, Daryl. Always good to hear you not just bring this up, but energize us as well with the information. And so I appreciate you for allowing me to be here. What I'm going to do today is, and first let me introduce myself for those of you who I haven't got a chance to meet. My name is Ike Manello. I am one of the lead experts for the Diversified Cash Flow account, which, if this is your first time being on a live, or if you just got started with MWR recently, the Diversified Cash Flow is a vehicle that allows you just to do exactly what it says, to diversify your cash flow, to use your money twice. So you might ask, how can I use my money twice? Well, I want to start by asking you a few questions. Number one, have you ever thought about what the banks do with our money whenever we take our money and put it in the bank? Because if I don't know if you're like me, but there was a time whenever I sat there and I took money and I put it into the bank, and I sat there and I waited and I waited and I waited, and I came back and I saw that I got less than 1% on my money. Now, let me ask you this. You probably have been in the same situation. And I got to thinking, what are banks doing with my money? And there's something that as I started researching, learning, I realized all banks do is take our money, they put it somewhere else where they can grow it, and they tell us this is all they can give us. So what I started trying to figure out is, how can I take my money and put it where the banks are putting theirs? And that's the concept that you have available to you with the Diversified Cash Flow. But today I want to introduce this concept to you, this diversified concept to you, but I want to more talk about it in one particular light, and that's debt. See, I don't know about any of you, but there was a time when I wasn't in debt, because I think there's a lot of us that are in debt the cool way, right? I mean, you got a house, you got a couple of cars, I call that cool debt. Cool debt is where you're not ashamed to tell everybody, oh yeah, I got $1 million worth of debt. I got a $700,000 house, a couple of cars worth about $50,000. That's cool debt, right? It's still not good, but that's cool debt. I had that type of debt that I was ashamed to tell anybody about, right? I had about 14 different credit cards, right? I had loans from people and companies I should have never loaned money from. I had furniture loans. I had dog food. I had all kinds of loans. And I don't know if you've ever been in the place to where you wake up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because of debt. And you wake up and if you've been there, you understand this because you don't tell anybody. You wake up and you start thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to solve this problem? And it seems like the more we try to solve it, the worse the problem gets, right? So what I would do is I would say, okay, well, I'm gonna get another job, and I'm gonna take some of that money, and then I'm gonna put it toward the debt, or I'm gonna stop eating out, and I'm just gonna eat rice and beans and bread and meat sandwiches. I'm gonna try all these things because I want to put my family in a better situation. And if you've been there, you understand what I mean. Debt can be something that that consumes us, not just mentally, but also starts taking a part of our physical being. We don't feel like doing anything else anymore because we're in a situation to where debt has a hold of us. So the reason I'm talking about that is because what if there was a way to pay off all of your debt? Like, what if there was a way not just to pay off your credit cards, to pay off your cars, but to pay off all your debt and your mortgage without spending any extra money than you're currently spending? The reason this is so important is because most of us go through life. We go through life living a kind of in a quiet desperation, not really telling other people, which, by the way, if you think your neighbor doesn't have debt, because the kids have matching clothes and shoes from the Gap, they got debt. Everybody has debt. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about how this diversified cash flow you can use it to pay off your debt. But instead of talking about it, because for those of you who have been here, we've done different lives where we've broke it down. We broke down exactly how it works. We've shown different scenarios with cars, with homes. We've shown some of my past client scenarios. What we're going to do today is something we haven't done before. MWR brought the diversified cash flow account to you all this year. And since the beginning of this year, there's been hundreds of people who've came through, set up an appointment. There's been people who are walking testimonials. And I thought today we're gonna highlight some of those people. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna bring up an example. This particular couple wasn't able to be on today, but I want you to see what it looks like in order to be able to be out of debt. First, let's talk about what happened. So let's go to obviously we have the disclaimers where as you scroll down there, Martina, you'll see the disclaimers. We always tell people we're not CPAs, we're not attorneys, we can't give you legal advice. And as you keep scrolling, I want you to get to the part, go ahead and keep scrolling, Martina. And what I want you guys to see, and we're gonna stop right here. I want you to see that there's so many different areas that people have came up with. The snowball, came up with the debt avalanche. These are things that whether it's a snowball, which is what you do is you look at the highest debt, right? And you start trying to attack the debt that has the highest payments, right? Or it's the avalanche, which what you do is you start trying to attack the one with the highest interest. And so, and both of these strategies work. However, they don't accelerate it like without the diversified cash flow. So this particular couple, and as we scroll down, I want you to see. Go ahead and keep scrolling, and we're going to stop right here. I'm sorry, keep scrolling a little bit more, just a little bit more, and we're going to stop right here. So this particular couple had a lot of debt, and as a matter of fact, when I was talking to this couple, I could relate to them because, like I said, I was in a situation to where I had so much debt I was ashamed to talk to anybody about it, and I didn't even want my family to know what all I got myself into. I was trying to pay it off secretly, and so this particular couple had debt. But I would say, if you're looking at this, cars, credit cards, loans, this wasn't even as much debt as I had. But for some of you, you can definitely relate when you see this debt. So what happens whenever you set up an appointment is we take and we want to show you, based on what you're doing right now, how long is it going to take you to be out of debt? And in this particular case, this couple wasn't going to be out of debt for 37 years. Martine, can you scroll down and make that bigger real quick? 37 years and 7 months. 37 years and 7 months of debt. Now think about this, because some of us we don't even want to know. My debt was so bad I wouldn't want to see one of these things, because I knew that I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but if I calculate 20% interest on 3,000, 24% interest on 5,000, 19% interest on 1,000, if I calculate that, I know that every month I'm just spinning the wheel. So I wouldn't want to see this. But sometimes we got to know where we're at in order to know where we're going. So this particular couple, whenever I sat down with them, 37 years and 7 months. And whenever they saw this, it was kind of that, what are we going to do? And the reason I'm showing you this is because the first thing you need to do, the first thing we all need is we need to know where we're at. So I hate to say this, but it gets worse, because the first we got to know is where we're at. But then as we scroll down, Martina, let's take a look at the worst part of it, because some of us know we're going to be in debt for a long time, but some of us don't realize how much interest we're going to be paying. $24,300 in interest on consumer debt, $29,138 in interest on the mortgage. Look, let me put it like this. If their real debt was $126,824, just their principal, it wouldn't be 37 years. But the system of interest, the system of paying interest is what shackles us, is what keeps us in debt. So what I want you to do before we go to the next screen, I want everybody to think about this. Think about if you're this couple and you're sitting down and you see 37 years and 7 months, and you see that. And then you get to this part and you see that your real debt is $180,262. You see that. I want you to think, okay, how much better can they do for me? Like, what can they actually do that's going to help me go from 37 years to less, or save me money and interest? So I want you to put your best guesses. If you have some time, put in the chat, 37 years to what are we going to be able to do for this couple? Remember, one of the things we tell people is our goal is to help you pay off all your debt, including your mortgage, without spending any extra money. So the question a lot of people always ask me is, what does that mean without spending any extra money? Well, most of us are in a situation where we're trying to get out of debt already. So we're putting, hey, the minimum payment is 20, we're putting $50. The minimum payment is 100, we're putting an extra $25. Most of us are putting money towards this debt. So let's take a look at what we're able to do for them. They went from 37 years, drum roll please, this is a real client, to 5 years and 9 months. 5 years and 9 months. How is that possible? And when they saw this, it was kind of like shock, excitement, and fear at the same time, because it's like, well, how is this happening? How is it that there was something out there like this that's going to help us get out of debt? How is this possible? And this is the value that MWR brings, because these are things that this system, this program, is something that most people will never have access to. Why? because education is passed down, right?